dun, dun. Send it to all the spaces and places. Hit a refresh over here. Let's see here. Let's hope this works. Oh, yeah, there it is. Cool deal. All right, Bradley. You ready, brother?
Yes, sir. Hey, what's up, Gary? All right, let's do this. We are what we repeatedly do. Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit. And we're going to talk about habits, and we're going to talk about consistency today.
All right, but before we do all that, man, what's up, y'all? We live, baby. Let's start the show.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
What up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the Bad Podcast. Brad and Dawain celebrating 3 years of podcasting, man. Can you believe it, Brad? Can you believe it? We've been doing this for 3 years, man. What you got?
I'm taking selfies, celebration mode.
Celebration selfie. No, man, I am super excited. We're live. What up to YouTube, our faithful YouTubers? They're in the chat. What up to Facebook inside the group? I see y'all popping up over there, and also on the public Facebook page, the E2M Personal Training, man. So we are excited. This is a regular episode, but it's not. You know, we're excited about the 3 years. I told some folks we're gonna do some giveaways, all of that, man. But you know, before we get into the fun stuff, me and Brad, we got to do what we always do, man. So, Brad, I'm gonna toss it over to you, brother.
Yeah, we're going to talk about consistency, and you know, I see all the love and all the comments down in the chat there, the chat feed, and folks, you know, when we started this 3 years, first and foremost, I can't even believe it's been 3 years, just mind blowing, you know, and you know, thinking about where we were at 3 years ago, and you know, that's version 1 where we were, and version 2 is where we're at today, and someone said, I see the Dwayne's chest and Brad's top ahead.
Oh, okay. Because they're looking at the vertical version. There's a vertical version that's going on, and I don't know how to adjust the thing over there, but I'll fix it. I'll work on it. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
But definitely go to the full frame version. There's 2 versions on YouTube right now. There's a vertical version and a full frame version. So if you're watching the vertical, until I get it figured out, go to that full frame.
And until he gets it figured out, I can ramble for a minute. I've been known to ramble a minute or so.
Not you, Bradley.
Not me. But yeah, going back that 3 years ago, folks, you know, I never knew what this was gonna, you know, come to fruition. I never knew what would come about this. And Dawain, you either probably, but you know, with consistency, you know, a lot of things are possible. I had a great conversation with a young man today, and you know, at one point, Dawain and I, this was nothing but a dream. It was nothing but something on a piece of paper, and you know, blink your eyes and 3 years has passed, and you know, go for your dreams. You know, shoot for the stars. All those cliche things, but they're cliche because they're true. You know, and if you never quit doing something that's important to you, you know, again, you can see things through. And today I want to talk about the story of the stonecutter. And I started to allude to that last week as Dawain and I had met. And I said, let's go. We decided we're going to go live today. And but the story of the stonecutter is exactly what I'm talking about. And I'm a storyteller, so it just ties into the storytelling component of myself. The story of the stonecutter is this young man was you know, in a village full of men and women, and every day he'd leave the village and he'd go out into the mountains, and every day he'd bring his axe and his tools, and every day he'd go to the same exact boulder, trying to crush this boulder because rocks were very important and very sought out in his community, in his village. And so every day he went back and he tried to chop this boulder, this massive boulder, up into little pieces so he could sell off the rocks. And day in and day out, day after day after day after day, week after week, month after month, no result, right? No result. And people would pass him by, people would walk by and they'd say, oh, what a fool, you know, and point and laugh and judge. But the stonecutter would go back, and he was there on the 80th day, then the 90th day, then the 100th day. And still, there was really no product for all the hard work that he had put in. But on the 101st day, that's when the magic happened, right? That's when the magic occurred. And unfortunately, in life, folks, a lot of us, we get to that 100-day mark, and instead of going back for the 101st day, we quit. We give up. We grow to a certain point of frustration, and we're discouraged because other folks are laughing at us, they're pointing at us, they're judging us. And so instead of making it to the 101st day, we bail out on day 100. Now, folks, the 101st day is where the magic occurs. So on the 101st day, he gets up out of bed and he grabs all his tools, just like any other ordinary normal day, and he goes back to the boulder and he takes his pickaxe and poof, poof, and he starts to hit away. And people are walking by, and then all of a sudden he one stroke of the hammer, and poof, the boulder breaks up into several pieces, and everybody starts to cheer and everybody starts to celebrate. They're, oh my goodness, did you see what he did with that one stroke of the hammer? Just one hammer, he broke that boulder into hundreds of pieces. And now this man is rich because he gets to sell all the little pieces of that boulder. But where were all of the celebrations? Where was all the support on the 100 days, on the tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of swings leading up to that one swing? Most folks will see what that last swing of the hammer. There's a bunch of stories like that, but I thought this one was very close to resonating with where we're at today, because this is 156 podcasts, and it is very exciting, right? But there were 155 podcasts before this podcast, which is just wild, man. And with all that being said, Dawain, I'm proud of you for sticking it out with me for 156 episodes, 3 whole years, and I'm proud of myself for staying in the game. There was some nights there, Dawain, where it was tough to get those podcasts in. When I was teaching and you were doing multiple things, like it was difficult, man, but we found a way.
Absolutely, bro. I mean, we always talk about consistency here, and when it comes to just your journey in general, we know the importance of it. We've both done some things that took that consistency, took that working when nobody's looking, and so those faithful folks that be listening to the pod, they know how much we really talk about it, man. And I am, and I always say this, man, I'm naturally a creature of habit, and whether good or bad, it don't matter. Like whether good or bad, I'm a creature of habit. And so I think about just how long I've been podcasting, man. Since 20, I think it was 2015, 2020, yeah, it might be 2015. So I've been in the game a long time, and then when I was able to do it for E2M, and we came across this, putting together this podcast, I don't know any other way than the being consistent. You shoot me a text, it's like, hey, this is that, and I can't, we're gonna make it happen every week, man. And the same goes with the journey. And I really love the illustration. I think somebody actually did a drawing on social media of like one guy that's still picking away, and the other guy that's given up and walked away. So there's so many people. They're just a few notches away from getting to that thing, man. So yeah.
Yeah, I actually just saw that image as well, that illustration as well. And for those that don't know what we're talking about, there's two miners, right? They're diamond miners, and both are very, very, very close to discovering the diamonds. And there's two fellas. One is still picking away. One's still hitting the tool away, and he's 3 feet from the diamonds, and the guy that was 3 inches from the diamonds walking out in frustration. And that's where a lot of us folks are. We are so close to a breakthrough. And again, you bail, or we bail on the 100th day instead of seeing it through for 101 days. So that's my biggest takeaway from this podcast is, be consistent for 101, not 100, not 99, not 74. Be consistent for 101 days. Do something for 101 days. If you find value in something, or you want to be great in something, find yourself very consistent with no deviation from the plan, no compromise. Stay true to that plan for 101 days and just see what happens. Is it easy? Probably not. And I think that's where the magic comes, because the majority, the masses of society, our culture says, take the easy way out versus, hey, buckle up. This is going to be hard. And that's a sad thing, Dawain, is, everybody has an expectation that any worthwhile journey is going to be hard, but it's going to be harder than that. And that's why we grow frustrated. Man, I wanted to train for a marathon. I wanted to get on the stage. I wanted to write a book, and we don't know the intricacies and the depth that comes with some of these things. And when we reach those turning points and we reach those crossroads of frustration, we look back upon the journey, and without pride, we look at the moments that we've overcame, and we're like, well, I knew I would overcome that. I knew I would overcome that, but why can't I overcome this? Well, that same thing can be said about the thing that you're facing right now in 369 days or 369 weeks or 369 months. You just got to put your nose down, put it to the grindstone, and keep moving forward. And I know, again, cliche, but cliche is there's a lot of facts and a lot of truth to the cliche sayings and mantras that we preach on this podcast.
For sure, man. And what I love about live is interaction. Someone says consistency is key, but it's tough sometimes when you don't see results. That is so true.
Yeah.
And we talked about that a lot. And actually, we know that's why E2M originally had so much success, because in such a short period of time, we were able to put people in places where they could see results.
Yeah.
But the thing is especially when it comes to something that you're chasing, whether it's weight loss, whether it's muscle gain, whatever that thing might be, man, it's super important that you count the little wins. I think it was like one of our first episodes, man. We talk about milestones and small things. You might not see the results from the big thing, but there are definitely things you can celebrate along the way, and that's kind of what you have to lean into when it comes to just on this journey that keep you from being frustrated. So that's what that I think that in itself will help someone that struggle with consistency for that reason.
Yeah. And I'm glad that Belinda brought this up, and I see that Painting with the Queen had just said something about lifestyle versus a lifetime. It's the same thing essentially about what I'm going to say. And I just mentioned this in a post the other day. Milestones are great, and goals are fantastic, and all these things that we accomplish along the way are great. But what we need to start to do is start to focus on behaviors and direction over outcomes. And what that's going to do in turn is it's going to give us the outcomes. If you can establish the right behaviors, you can establish the right routines, and you can just make it a way of life. You can make this a part of your natural life. The outcomes, the milestones, the accolades, they will all come. That will be just a secondary byproduct. And I know, like, we live in a culture that like tells us everything but that. We want the product, we want the result, we want the reward, we want everything, without establishing the right set of behaviors, the right set of skills. So I would say really try to focus on the behaviors. Really focus on the decisions that you make on the daily, really focus on the actions that you take on the day, and make this a part of your life. Focus on direction. Hey, I want to be this person. Well, you got to start to move in that direction. And like I said, that will everything that you want out of that journey, your actions, your decisions, it'll be a complete mirror. If I'm working hard, I'm going to get something in return. I know it will be slow, but it'll come.
Absolutely. And I want to take a quick second, man, for those that are inside the group. We're going to do a giveaway for those that are watching inside the group. If you're watching inside the group, if you tag at least 3 people right now in this live, we're going to randomly select somebody real time, and you'll get something. We'll come up with something bad related. There's not that many folks inside the group, so don't worry, Brad. You don't have to dig deep in your pockets. But if you tag somebody right now inside the E2M personal training group, for every entry, I'm watching. I will definitely we'll pick one person to get some bad swag or some Eagle Ray ones or something. We'll if you tag them right now, whatever we come up with. It might be a water bottle from Brad with his signature on it. That one right there. Freshly sipped water bottle.
Hey, Mark Travis, Bad is one of my favorite Michael Jackson albums. That was a little bit of a contributing factor while we picked the name.
It was definitely was. We I think Brad, you mentioned it as we came up. It was like, Bad podcast, Bad is a classic iconic album, Michael Jackson for sure. So all right, I see some tags going on over there. So I'm gonna give it a few more minutes. But until then, man. So Brad, the great thing, man, that I love about the consistency talk as we get ready for the new year, because the ultimate Monday is coming. We talk about the Monday Warriors. The ultimate Monday is coming, and me and your mom and Rushy boy, our birthday is on the ultimate Monday. So there's a lot of people, and I love this. A lot of people inside the group that are, they're committed now. But there are people on YouTube that don't know who we are finding this. There's people that's passing through, man. Where does the consistency start, man? Like, what is day one? Do they need to wait till Monday? Because it is Tuesday, Brad. So what's the next step, man?
I think one of the things is preparation. Reduce some friction. You wake up in the morning and you're planning on going to the gym, but you don't have your gym clothes packed. You're not going to the gym. Right. You don't have say you're doing a workout at home. You don't have your dumbbells ready. You don't have your resistance bands ready. You don't have your stuff ready. You're not prepared. The old saying is, if you fail to prepare, you prepare to fail. Make sure you reduce friction going into this and have an expectation, of what it's going to entail. Like day one, it's not going to be easy. Day two probably will not be easy. Day three probably won't be any easier. But go into it with that expectation and hold that why. We always talk about why, right? Hold that why near and dear to your heart. I think sometimes our why is not big enough. It doesn't hold enough. I don't know if the word is value. It doesn't hold enough magnitude. It doesn't hold enough magnitude when it comes to, hey, excuse or my why. I'm going to pick my excuse more days than not because it's the easy way out. Like, but if you want that reward or you want that result, you gotta hold on to that why and make that big enough. Make that why big enough to hold on to, through the trials and tribulations, because they're going to happen. Right. And, you just have to know that they are going to happen. They are going to occur. And on day 17, when you think, man, I finally built enough strength and resilience. Yeah, you might have built enough strength. You might have built enough resilience. And that's why you're pushing that much harder. And that's why it's still hard. And that's the double-edged sword with fitness is, the longer you're in the game, the stronger you get, and the stronger you're in the game, the further you want to push, and the further you push, the harder it is. And it's this perpetual cycle that it's I would say almost impossible to outrun if you're really into this for the lifestyle versus the outcomes.
Absolutely, man. And I like what you said about preparing for the bad, preparing for something to happen. It's not always going to go your way, having a backup plan. I was literally talking to somebody today, and they couldn't. They was upset because their child missed the bus, and so they was like, "Man, it threw me off. Can't work out." And the first thing I said was, "Of course they missed the bus. It's cold outside. Like, who wouldn't want to ride in the car as much as you can?" And then I said, you probably need to plan your mornings around the person missing the bus so you can get your workout in, And so, and just little stuff like that, man, just having a mindset of being resilient, whenever things happen, whenever trials happen, because they're going to happen. And, the why is definitely important, and then just being practical about it, making it a part of you. Like, and that's what I tell people all the time. Like, it's like, how do you get up and go to the gym? I'm like, same way I get up and, wash my hands, brush my teeth, take a shower, like all of those things. To me, gym is just a part of, just the what I'm doing and where I'm going. So is really about that perspective. So, all right, Brad, pick a number between 1 and 10.
7.
All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. Did they tag somebody? Bill, you almost won something. You didn't tag nobody. All right, Lisa. Lisa from Georgia.
Lisa Amos?
Yeah.
All right.
Lisa is our winner from inside the group.
Let's get it.
Bill, thank you for the congratulations, Bill. But yeah, we was looking for tags in that. Sorry, bud. Oh man. So Lisa, I'm sure Brad probably got a way to contact you. We'll get you something to your way for tagging some folks. And we appreciate everybody that tags somebody. So definitely on that. All right, Bradley. So we are coming up on the 20-minute mark. And I don't know if you want me to do another giveaway, or if I don't know if you want to go in a different direction. You know, Brad is
let's carry on.
Yes.
I want to carry this out, but I do want to do another giveaway. Let's go YouTube on this one.
Okay.
Let's do a hashtag, Dawain. Hashtag bad pod 3 years, or something along those lines. You come up with the hashtag. That's your niche. That's your specialty.
Is it really? Yeah. Is it really my niche?
I think so.
Let's do bad 3 years.
Ooh,
yeah. Bad 3 years.
I like it.
People see that.
I want to jump in on something that you had said about that kid sleeping in and missing the bus.
Yeah.
I think this is applicable to everything in life. Planning for the worst case scenario. And when you do that and everything does fall in a line, like you're already prepared. But if you are prepared for that worst case scenario, you're more apt to get out there and hey, I knew this was going to happen. I knew this was going to happen. And, if you go into it with that mindset, like it's no problem. And something else you had said, this is very relatable to my real life. Something about going to the gym is like brushing your teeth. At one point, folks, everybody that's watching this live, or whether you're doing it on the replay or not, at one point that wasn't a part of your daily routine. Like your parents or your grandparents or your aunt, uncles, somebody had to beg you to brush your teeth. Somebody had to force you to brush your teeth, but now you do it without thinking about it, right? And that's sort of how the gym is. Like at one point we couldn't walk. Did you just stop getting up? Did you stop riding your bike because you kept falling down, or did you continue to get back up and put in that first 2 minutes, or that first one step, or that first one brush? Like now it's just a part of our everyday life. And I want to jump in on this. And this is the last thing I'll say, and then I'll turn it back over. But I had a workout the other day, man. I'm burning from all ends, man. Just traveling here, traveling there, doing multiple things. You know how we rock right now. And the other day I did a workout, and I was extremely tired, right? And it's on those days that can define you in one way or another. And instead of saying, hey, I'm going to get on here and I'm going to be as good as I was yesterday, get on there expecting to be in your D game or your C game, or your not your A game, anything but your A game, because sometimes it takes going through the phases to discover that A game. Sometimes it takes tying your shoes and stepping on the treadmill, or tying your shoes, getting in the car, tying your shoes and doing that first rep. And then once you put in 5 minutes, all of a sudden you're like, wow, I had the courage to make 5 minutes. Might as well do 10. Well, I've done 10. I might as well do 15. Well, I ain't going to quit at 15. I'll do 30. And then all of a sudden you've done the entire workout and you're looking back. You're like, folks, that's where pride comes from. Like that's how you overcome that adversity. That's how you become your greatest self, is starting with the expectation that I'm not always going to be at my best, but I still need to start. I'm not going to always have it figured out, but I still need to start. I'm not always going to want to brush my teeth, but I still know I got to do it.
You better. But no, I have to say something about that, man. Because I went through one of those moments too, man, where I was tired and didn't want to go to the gym, and I like to kind of like bounce off my feelings or whatever with my little chat bot that I created, man. This little chat bot I created. And so I was like, yo, I'm not feeling it today. I'm tired. And it was like, yo, go in there. He's like, you don't have to ego lift. You don't have to you don't have to do any PRs. Start going through the motion. And that's what I did. As soon as I started going through the motion, like you said, it just clicked. It was just like, it's funny because I went in wanting to say, how people say I've never had a bad workout or a workout that I never regretted. I went in wanting to say, man, I'm gonna prove them wrong today. This is gonna be horrible. Like my parking space is taken. It's cold outside. I'm tired, but it still ended up being a good workout, man. I still ended up being proud, even though there was no PR, even though it was me getting the body moving and grooving, man. And so that's something that I hope you guys take with you. You can always just you can start right where you are, and even if you don't feel like it.
I got sidetracked. Tracy from daycare has your kids. I don't know what that comment is about. Is that somebody we know?
Listen, it's YouTube public, brother. So I don't know. Look, I put somebody come get your kids. Tracy said that you left your kids. You're gonna leave them at Wingstop. Thanks, Tracy.
Oh, thank you, Tracy. That's one of those comic reliefs, I think, or that one of those segues.
Yeah, man.
I now I'm all off track, but
I know.
Let's do that bad 3 years.
Let's do it, man. Give me a number. I'm gonna have to do this with my eyes closed because everybody on YouTube is like friends and family. So give me a number between let's go 1 and 5.
3.
All right, 1, 2, 3.
Tracy from daycare.
No, not Tracy. All right. So I don't know who this person is. Do you know who that is, Brad?
Belinda, reach out to me, contact@eagertorun.com. We'll get you hooked up. I don't know. I'm sure we do, but
okay.
That name.
Oh, okay. I thought it was 13 Alinda. Like,
yeah, I mean, it very well could be. I just looked at it and I put the 1 and 3 and made it a B.
I got you. No worries. Well, listen, hit up Brad, and we'll get you hooked up. We appreciate you making comments and interacting. Love you guys, man, on YouTube. All right, Bradley, you ready to land this plane, brother, so you can get some rest?
Yes and no, man. I just thoroughly enjoy our community, and I always love doing these live podcasts. Didn't have tag. Yeah, Belinda had a tag, I believe, right?
Yeah, that's why. That's why I picked it.
Yeah, 7:22 p.m. There's proof. We're gonna have pitchforks at the door here. We'll do one more giveaway, folks, in just a second here. But I just wanted to shout out this community because, especially in the fitness space, if you don't have a supportive group around you, a supportive network around you, it does make it quite a bit harder. And that's just that environment that we talk about so often. If you're rocking with a bunch of people that are naysayers, doubters, toxic energy, you're gonna too in turn become that. And I was talking about the tale of two wolves recently. And, the story goes, Grandpa was telling his grandson, everybody has two wolves inside of them. And at all times, these two wolves are battling and they're fighting and battling and fighting. And these two wolves are your energy. You got wolf number 1. It's toxic energy. It's fear. It's doubt. It's anxiety, apprehension, delay, and inaction. And then wolf 2 is hope. It's encouragement. It's being inspired. It's taking action. And these two wolves, they fight every day. And the grandson says, "Well, Grandpa, which one wins?" And he said, "Well, it's the one that you feed."
Absolutely.
And that just goes hand in hand with the groups of people that you run with and the things that you focus on. Where your focus goes, your energy flows. That's straight from ET and Tony Robbins. So folks, what wolf are you feeding? Are you feeding wolf 1 the toxic energy, or are you feeding wolf 2 the hope? And that's full circle, what you're going to be is, is essentially what wolf and what energy you are feeding. So we'll do one more. Where do you want to do this one? We want to do YouTube or on Facebook?
Let's see. We got more people on YouTube, I think.
All right.
Let's see.
YouTube it is.
YouTube
Let's
it
go
is.
3 black hearts. 3 black hearts in the comments. 3 black hearts. We're going to make these people work. 3 black hearts. I always use black hearts with the bad pod. Just has like that gritty feel to it. I don't know. 3 black hearts in the comments. This is for YouTube. One last giveaway. And I want to talk about something as we close this thing out. So recently my son came home and Anita got it. She's on Facebook though. Hey, this one could be, let's go hybrid style, Dawain. You can be Facebook or YouTube on it. That will go hybrid. Since we did one of each, we'll go hybrid.
Okay. Because we're actually it's kind of split right now. It's about 16 on Facebook and 10 on YouTube. It just flip-flops. So
okay. Look at all these black hearts rolling up here.
Yeah, man.
So my son came home the other day and he was singing this song, A, B, C, D, E, F, go. A, B, C, D, E, F, go. And folks, I'm gonna tell you, I'm gonna preface with this is very elementary, and you can take it for whatever you need in your life and use it for whatever you want in life. But as elementary as this is, and I'll explain what it is. So is life. Life is very elementary. It's taking inspired actions, making decisions. Fitness is very elementary. Everything that we do in our lives is very, simple. Maybe not easy, but very simple. So as he's singing this song, my wife's calling me. Hey, I'm going to answer this and ensure that we're on our 3-year podcast. Hey, I got my kids on the 3-year podcast. My wife's on the 3-year podcast. Hey, what's up, everybody? Hey, you guys want to say hi? Say hi, everybody. Hi. Hey, I'll call you guys back in a little bit. We're on the 3-year podcast. Okay. I love you guys. See ya. So he's singing this song, A, B, C, D, E, F, go. And it's got a little ring to it. It's got a little jingle to it. And so I'm like, how can I use this for my clients? So I made an acronym. A, acknowledge. Acknowledge the adversity or the obstacle or the opposition that you face, your fears. Acknowledge that there's something that's standing in your way of the person you want to be, the thing that you want to accomplish. Acknowledge. B, breathe. Somebody's already faced the fear that you're afraid of. Somebody's already faced the thing that you're afraid of facing. Somebody's already gone through what you're going through. So A, acknowledge. B, breathe. C, make a choice. So many of us, we get caught up in paralysis by analysis. We're weighing the pros, we're weighing the cons, we're waiting for the stars to align. You got to make a choice. You got to make a choice of who you want to be, what you want to do, where you want to go. You got to make a choice, and then you need to decide. D, decide. Make the decision. Don't just sit there and say, hey, I made the choice. This is what I want to be. Then you need to make the decision. You need to put your feet on the ground and say, okay, it's go time. And then E and F, envision the future. Create that person that you want to be, right? C, formulate the idea of how far you want to go. And then go. Take action. Take action towards that thing. So acknowledge. Breathe. Everything's going to be all right. Make a choice. Make the decision. Envision the future. And take action. A, B, C, D, E, F, go. I'm getting that on a darn t-shirt.
I love it. Brad, you're so poetic.
I take very little credit in that. Yeah. So, hey, folks, let's do one last giveaway. This is going to be a hybrid. And I know there was a lot of comments that rolled in here, D. So
yeah, I'm going to count real quick. Let me
come
see.
up with something fun
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. All right. Look, I got 17 black hearts on the hybrid.
Okay. Here's what we're going to do. Pick a random number between 1 and 17. This is going in the chat bot. And the number is, oh, no way. 7.
7, not 6, 7. All right, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Paint with the Queen, which I think is Renee Miller, I think.
All right.
So Renee, reach out to Bradley. What's the email again, Brad?
contact@eagertorun.com. I guess I could have been paying a closer attention to the screen over there, because I could have done one of these and got my face in that screen.
Oh yeah. I had to finagle a little bit because my background wasn't the best, so I had to had to move it around a little bit to get it going. So good stuff. All right, Renee, reach out to Bradley. You are one of the winners tonight, man. This has been fun. Oh, I like that.
How about that? Hey, shout out to Triple E. They just got some of the sweetest swag in the fitness game right now. This one says trust the process. They just dropped a whole new line, D. Did you see the Me versus Me shirt?
I have not, man.
I wore that today at the this afternoon at the studio, and Jeff says, "Hey, I want that shirt." I said, "I bet you have that shirt," and he said, "I think Triple E sent it to the old address." But the Me versus Me shirt is
you can go ahead and leave it, bro. I'll be there next week. just leave it, and I'll get it next week.
There's some stuff. There's some stuff down here for you.
Okay,
it's in that box, but you got to get on our boss.
Okay, all right,
boss.
Good stuff, man. Well, yeah, make sure y'all check out Triple E. Make sure you check them out. They got some new swaggity swag available. Just go to Triple E. Do we have a direct URL?
No, and folks, to be honest, I'm pretty transparent. I let everybody live my life on the daily. What I do is I go to Google and I type in Triple E space E2M. I don't even type it in the search tab because I can rarely find it.
Yeah, I do the same thing. So
yeah, there you go.
Well, actually, so you know what? I think there's a direct link on the website. If you go to e2mfitness.com, there should be a redirect there. Yes, that is correct.
And on Facebook, it's in one of the guides.
Yeah, it's also in one of the guides. So make sure y'all go to Triple E. And get some bass swag, man. While you
get some bass swag. Hey, just to plug E2M, a lot of folks don't know what E2M, Triple E. A lot of folks don't know much about Triple E, and Triple E and I have sort of a long-standing history, a long-standing relationship in the sense of, she's somebody that I worked with long time ago. When I first started teaching, I went into her establishment. Her name is Heather, and she says, "Are you the new teacher over at Sherman?" I said, "I am. I'm here to buy a baseball cap." And she gave me a baseball cap, and we've sort of hit it off ever since. But she's a very, very small business out of Sherman, New York. There are like 2 people maybe on all of YouTube that know where Sherman, New York is. It's a very small village, and I think it's one of the last towns before you go into Pennselsvania. There you go. That's sweet right there. That's sweet.
Finish your story. I gotta brag on that. Go ahead. Finish your story.
But very, very small business, and it's a family-run business, family-owned business, and they employ a handful of folks, and one of their primary revenue streams is E2M folks. So anytime you guys get a chance to check out their storefront and check out the things that they're doing some incredible things out there. Not just for E2M, but a lot of local establishments and organizations. But anytime you guys get a chance to support them, it means a lot to me personally. Just because of the relationship that we have. So appreciate any support that you give Triple E.
Yeah, and if you're watching on your TV, that QR code will take you directly to our link, man. It's a new feature on StreamYard, man. I was like, let me try that joint out real quick. You gonna try it out, Brad?
Yeah.
See if it works. It should
work. Too easy. Let me see.
Yeah.
Let's see where it goes. And the first thing on there.
You know it, baby.
First thing on there. Come on now.
Go right now. Get your bad hoodie, man. But no, make sure you guys check that out. That is that's kind of cool, man. I'm glad I thought about that.
Yeah, that's good. That's good impromptu work on your end.
That's what I do. That's what I do. Sweet, man. All right, Bradley. What we gonna do, man?
Yeah, I don't have anything crazy to say today other than I'm proud of you, Dawain, for setting us up and getting this thing off the ground, and I'm proud of our community for the backing that we've had over the last 3 years. There's been a lot of ups and downs, and I think that's the neat thing about podcasting and fitness and life is you're not really defined by your wins or losses. You're not really defined by your ups and downs. You're defined by your consistent, inspired action, and that's what we're doing here, folks. We're inspired. We want to inspire. We want to motivate. We want to empower. And you're the folks that are watching this that you're our main target that we are trying to inspire, motivate, and empower. So just wanted to say thank you to the community.
The man says he has nothing to say and then drop bombs. Till next time.
That's a problem.